Hello, guys. I heard you guys loud and clear last time. So this is the game I've been working on. Don't mind the grass. It does that sometimes. I imported a grass shader for my game, and it sometimes doesn't register the ground and all of that stuff. But when you play it, it looks normal. So this game, Project Plat, as I nicknamed it, is actually a game I've been working on. I've have a name for it already. It's kind of temporary, but I kind of feel like it would be a good idea to share it with you guys. It's called Bob's World. Now, this is Bob right here. Before I get into it, I wanted to show you some of the stuff I've been working on as of recent. I've been working on NPCs that talk, so this is chatty. I have dialogue lines, all of this stuff. I'm not going to look at the scripting because it's terrible. You don't need to see it. Most of it's vibe code, and if it's not, it's me editing it and welding it together and making this horrendous amalgamation mess. You guys really don't need to see it. But this is NPC dialogue, which is supposed to have these events. So if you answer yes or no on the response, I can actually add events. So let's say an object's blocking the path of a place, right? I can set it to disabled. When you say yes, it will clear off the path and you can continue on your way. And there's a lot of dialogue systems. I was planning on having like the head move, but this is more of a placeholder character. I'm supposed to have like actual characters like him, like the dude. All right. So I basically took a platformer kit that I found, and I really liked the movement mechanics because it was just like Mario 64, right? So I took that, and I'm working on a whole game. So this game's gonna be free to play. This is like the test level that everybody will be able to play for however long they want. These trees are not mine. I did modify them because they used to have this really weird like hex, like a low poly look, so I smoothed them out to make it you know, nice and everything. And there's a volcano, and the volcano kills you, of course. I've been working on an iris open and close system, and there's going to be like the different level switches, like in Mario. You go into this and it will bring you down to a slide. You know that stuff that you used to play in Mario 64. The AI is a lot more A than I. They're just pathfind. They just kind of follow a path, and they don't do much. I don't like. Okay, hold on. There's a problem with them colliding and meshing together, and it's a big problem. I need to figure out a way to fix that, and I've been working on that. I made this cloud shader. I followed a tutorial to do it, but it was pretty fun to work on. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you what exactly all of this does. So when I get into the game, I've made my own music. This one's not the best. This was like one of the first songs I made, so it's not the best. But yeah, you saw the iris open when you get into the map, and you can see that the grass moves out of your way. If you're interested in these shaders and stuff, I will leave the link in the description for where I got this stuff. Yeah. Except for like, of course, assets from Unity. Except for the platformer one, because that's actually important on how I made this. But yeah, you can see that the water, when you go and down it, it changes the pitch of the music, adds bubbles and particle effects. I added all of that. And there's fog that crawls in. There's also a splash, which was a headache and a half to figure out what was going on. But if you want to see chatty in action, hold on. I gotta show off some movement tech. that this pack added, which is really nice. I really like the movement tech. So when you get when you're not close enough to Chatty, he doesn't he's not interactable. But if you get close enough, what the shit? Okay, now it shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so the animation, this animation is stuck in this specific area, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But this is what he's supposed to say. Hey, thanks for trying out this game out. I'm Helpy. I'm a test NPC to test out gibber and text. So this is pretty much just telling you how to do a backflip. And he will automatically close. And you can't really move. You can't move when you're talking to them. Another thing you can do is just skip through it.
Yeah.
So you basically, whenever you do momentum, so you need to first move forward,
Yeah.
or whatever direction you're moving, then pick the opposite direction and immediately press spacebar. So when you're over here,
Yeah.
do that. Okay. So you can't automatically get over there because
Yeah.
obviously you need to do this little puzzle first. Right? So you press G to grab this. I'm gonna have like a little sign here to tell you how to do that. And then you get in here and you can't, and you gotta do the same trick again to grab this, the life. And as you can see, you can stand on these clouds, these special clouds that I made. It really is just different mesh. And you'll see what I mean by it needs a new collider system. So when I collect all of these little guys around, I gotta be really careful they don't hit me. But yeah, they start to like meld into one. That's not exactly the best thing to have in your game. Yeah, so this AI works just fine. And if I go this way, these ones they're docile. They're from the pack, but I think I'm just gonna keep them because they're fun, you know. But I will have like a walking hat that goes around, and once it sees you, it goes really fast into a wall and smacks itself or something like that. But here's the lava. If I actually go in the lava, since I've already done the checkpoint, it'll kill you. And the fade is a little weird. It's supposed to fade in when you die, and then fade out when you're alive, but it's not doing that. And if I go over here, this is the area I was talking about, and you got this little area where you can get the coins hidden in the grass. Whoa, hello. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this sound for the coins.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little test area over there to pretty much test out some things. Should be fine. So scene 3 looks weird, right? It looks like a 2D platformer. Well, that's because it is. I didn't know this was a thing that they added, or whoever added this. I was really happy. This is their default music. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
They have these little signs that you can use.
Yeah.
I set up the water to be like this. It's supposed to have waves, but whenever you go in the water, you don't see the waves. But when you're out of the water, you do. It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird issues all around.
Yeah.
I'm still working on making this viable. So like that water is still in development. I need to put more man hours into that. But if you, yeah, it's pretty much fully 3D, 2D, which I really like, and I will probably add it into like some secret areas in the game. And then the cool thing, if I can get all the way to the end of this, right? And about right here, it changes from 2D to full 3D, which I really like, and so I will be adding this, right? You know, of course, like, you bought something, you should use it kind of thing, you know? And it has a whole level select, a whole thing of this, and if you want to get this asset, it's named Platform Project. It's perfect, it's great, I would recommend it for those who want to do things like this. I actually have my own UI for this, I just haven't imported it. So, and then there's this one. I don't know if I should use this. I want to, but I don't know if Nintendo would be on my ass. Because if I have all three of these things and have the Mario style, you know, movement system, I don't know, man. Because it's like, it's all of these. It would be great to add. Oh yeah, there's, you can ledge, like, you can do this little ledge thing. More sound effects will be added. More grunts and stuff, because that's what's needed. And I used the flagpole thing, and I put it on every tree so that you can actually attach yourself to every tree, which should be nice for whatever they want to do. Like speedrunners or whatever can do whatever they want with the trees. I don't really care. I want people to kind of break the game and have as much fun as they want. Like if you want to break the game, you can. You know, it's not something that I'm gonna limit to like possibility. I'm gonna go, no breaking my game. No, I want you to. I want you to do crazy cool shit. I want you to fuck things up and make things fun for yourself, you know? It's like however you want to play the game, you can play the game. That's the intention of this game. And yeah, I'm planning on making it fully moddable. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it should be a thing. I'm probably gonna have a Steam workshop. I'll have to figure that crap out. But until then, you got the demo, which will be fixed later on, right? So first level. So that's just like the demo, and then you go to first level. So this area over here is not finished, but I decided that if it's gonna be like Mario, right, Mario 64, they had these kind of little areas where like things just cut off. If I remember correctly, things just cut off in that game, and I really, I don't know, I kind of like it a little bit because you can kind of like see where the game starts and ends instead of like having invisible barriers not telling you where. And in fact, all of these areas, these hills and stuff, are completely invisible barriered. So I know I just said I don't like invisible barriers, but the reason why I picked the hills is because when you have hills, you have a direct, like, obvious stop. You know, you go, okay, you know, you're not going to try and climb them. And if you do, you're going to be hit by an invisible wall that, you know, and then once you try to go over the invisible wall, you can't because there's a wall on top of that invisible wall. So it's just completely boxed in so people can't accidentally leave the map and screw themselves. But even if you do, there's an invisible kills barrier down below. So if you bug out and, like, let's say you're trying to do an exploit, it's completely, like, not exploit proof, but, like, pretty much you don't have to restart the game. You can just keep going, you know? There's a little kill barrier underneath the map, so that if you exploit and accidentally go underneath the map, you're safe, you know? You're fine. You're Gucci, as some people would say. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. More of this game will be made. It takes a lot longer because this is not my main focus. It's YouTube, but I really like making games, and this is coming out pretty nicely. And I really like doing all of this and making custom shaders, learning new things. I mean, I know how to code, but I'm lazy as hell, so I use ChatGPT sometimes. So yeah, I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you on a normal upload, probably TF2 or... Well, yeah, most likely a TF2 video, and then I'll probably do something like Mech Warrior, which will be fun. or heck, even Stalker. I don't mind that game either. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.